Yesterday's video I asked y'all who's the biggest draft steal of all time. My favorite comment comes from Luis, who said the biggest draft steal is Manu Ginobili. Helped the Spurs win multiple titles, and he was a late second-round pick. That's the guy I was thinking about in my head because for what he said, he was only a two-time All-Star, but you can't even explain how much he meant to that Spurs organization. So shout out to Manu. NBA, who would you pick? We're going to be seeing a list of questions with some options. And as always, we're going to pick the guy we think is best fit for the job. So let's get into it. You need one of these players to shatter a backboard from the 80s. Who would you pick? You got Dawkins, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and Amari Stoudemire. So before the 80s, they had these rims that weren't breakaway rims. Breakaway rims were created to prevent people from shattering them, right? So there were a lot of broken backboards in the past. A lot of them came from Shaq, and a lot of them came from Dawkins. If I had to pick one of these guys to do it, it has to be Shaquille. It has to be Shaquille. The dude is a freak of nature. Huge, strong, he's fast, but that has nothing to do with breaking backboards. But I just think that at all these players, I think he's the most physically strong, and I think he may be the heaviest too. So you're thinking about him going up, dunking the ball, and Shaq was a hanger. If you look at Shaq's logo, which is right here, he hung on that rim. And because of that, I think out of all these guys, he would be the guy I pick to break a backboard from the 80s. Shout out to Dawkins, or rest in peace to Dawkins, who was one of the first dudes to do this. You need one of these players to break someone's ankles in the game to save your life. Who do you pick? Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, Jamal Crawford, Jason Williams, Magic Johnson, and Stephen Curry. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Right now, I'm narrowing down to Kyrie Irving and Allen Iverson. Jamal Crawford was a close for me, but I'm going to exit him out. I think I'm going with Allen Iverson because I think that Allen Iverson has the best handles in NBA history. I wouldn't say in the history of the world, because some of those street baller dudes, they got it like that. But I think if I had to pay somebody right now to save my life by breaking someone else's ankles, Allen Iverson is my guy. Prime AI was tapping everybody. He tapped the GOAT. Think about that, the GOAT. The GOAT was one of the greatest perimeter defenders of all time. But Allen Iverson didn't care, took him head on, and yeah, hit him with a little something. So because of that, we're picking AI. You need someone to make 50 free throws in a row to save your life. Who do you pick? Steve Nash, Rick Barry, Mark Price, Larry Bird, Peja Stojakovic, or Stephen Curry? Well, Steve Nash is the all-time free throw percentage leader, so I'm just going to go with statistics here and say Steve Nash. Stephen Curry has went on many streaks where he had like 70 straight free throw makes. So maybe he's like my close second, but I'm just going to go strictly with statistics and say Steve Nash. Thank God that I'm picking somebody else to make 50 free throws in a row, because it's not my repertoire. Freshman year of high school, I was the starting point guard of my team, and I shot 0 free throws for the entire season. So I would be extremely rusty. I'd probably miss the first one, and I'm dead. I'm dead right there. So I'm picking Steve Nash. Hopefully he can do this to save my life. I don't know what the heck I'd pay him to come in to do it, but I'm picking Steve Nash. One of these players need a 360 dunk in the game to save your life. Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, Vince Carter, Clyde Drexler, Julius Erving, or Kobe Bean Bryant. Easily Vince Carter. Easily Vince Carter. I know for sure, even at the age of 40, I think he's 40, or maybe like 38, 39. Even at the age of that, he can still throw down a 360. And I honestly, I'm not throwing down 360s, but I feel like 360s aren't extremely hard to do. I guess they're hard in in-game situations, but if you're talking about shoot around, I think a 360 is pretty simple. All 6 of these guys can get it done, but if I had to put my life on the line for it, I'm picking Vince Carter and I'm picking Zach LaVine second. You're getting bullied at school, you can pick one of these players to have your back. Who you pick? Metta World Peace, Ben Wallace, DeMarcus Cousins, Shaquille O'Neal, Russell Westbrook, or LeBron James. I'm going to go number 1 and number 2. Number 1 on my list is Shaq. Yes, you get it again. Just think about it. If I had Shaq in the back of all my videos, we're not talking about Shaq that's dropping diss tracks. We're not talking about Shaq that's talking about Charles Barkley and laughing all the time. We're talking about just a mean mug and Shaq, 7 feet, 300-pound dude in the back of my videos just staring at the camera. You'd be intimidated. Ain't no bully mess with me when Shaq is behind me. But if I had to pick a second, it'd be Metta World Peace, because if something did go down, I know Metta, he got the bows, and I know he's not afraid to punch anybody. He's punching fans. If he's punching fans, he's not afraid to punch anybody. So that's my first and my second. You got $1 million if one player makes a half-court shot in 10 tries. Who do you have? LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, Andre Drummond. What? Okay. Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan. Why is Drummond on this? I gotta do some Google research because he wouldn't just be here. He's here with a bunch of players that do this. I gotta see why Drummond's there. Wow. Okay. I understand. I understand now completely why he's on this list. Anyway, if I had to pick, I'm still going with Stephen Curry. My first option, who's not even on this list, is Chris Bosh because of the shootout, Rising Star Chance, whatever it was called back in the day, a couple years ago. Chris Bosh in Miami Heat won every single year. So I would have picked Chris Bosh, but he's not on this list. So I'll go Stephen Curry second, just because I know he's got unlimited range, and in 10 tries, he'll probably get it done. Except, you remember that one time? I don't remember when this was. It was like an award show or something. Was it the Celebrity All? Something was going down. They were like, Stephen, if you make a half-court shot, we're donating this amount of money to charity. And he missed like 10 times. Yeah, I wouldn't get that money if it was that situation. But I honestly think that for $1 million, Steph Curry could make 1 out of 10 half-court shots. It was for the Craig Sager Foundation. That's what I'm thinking about. Steph Curry missed all those shots, but they still donated, which is amazing. But the Craig Sager Foundation is what I'm thinking about. You get $1 million if one of these players becomes a Hall of Famer. Who do you pick? Dwight Howard, Manu Ginobili, Joe Johnson, Rajon Rondo, Darren Williams, or Kyle Korver? Hey, I swear to God, this is not planned, but Manu Ginobili. We talked about him in the intro, but definitely Manu. He is a Hall of Famer. The NBA or the Basketball Hall of Fame is not just NBA related. It talks about college. It goes through the European leagues. So Manu is definitely a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. And Dwight Howard is too. You cannot go wrong with Dwight Howard. I know y'all probably think he's trash now or washed. He's not as good as he used to be. But prime Dwight Howard was a monster. A monster. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, I'm pretty sure. So he's also a Hall of Famer. He doesn't even need to get a ring. Especially since the NBA Hall of Fame, they just let everybody in. Okay, out of this list, 5 of these dudes may be a Hall of Famers at the end of 4, maybe. Joe Johnson, I think he still may be a Hall of Famer. And Rajon Rondo may be a Hall of Famer too when it's all said and done, which is just weird. I'm not talking about first ballot. He'll be on that ballot for years to come, and then eventually they'll be like, okay, let's let Rondo in. Okay, let's let Joe Johnson in. But I think when Manu retires, I think there's like a 4-year waiting period. Manu will be a Hall of Famer. So this right here that I'm looking at is the NBA and ABA leaders in records for Hall of Fame probability, all right? So for example, LeBron James, he has a 100% chance of making it to the Hall of Fame, obviously. Same thing with Dwayne Wade, Dirk, Chris Paul. Okay. Look who's number 8. 99% chance Dwight Howard will. Joe Johnson is also on this list. Manu's number 20. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Manu's at number 20 with like a 20% chance at this point. Oof. Maybe I picked the wrong one. But Joe Johnson is on this list. Dwight Howard is on this list. Who else? Was Rondo on here? Rondo's on this list too. And Darren Williams was the last guy. He's number 25 with like a 1% or is that 9% chance? So, I mean, I think I picked the wrong one. But it's still, Manu will be in the Hall of Fame. He will be. You get one of these rookies for the next 5 years. Malcolm Brogdon, Joel Embiid, Dario Saric, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, or anybody else. I'm going to go with the process and hope that he stays healthy. I respect the process. I trust the process. But I need him to stay healthy, man. People are hyping up this 76 train, and I can see why. Joel looked amazing in the 31 games he played. Markelle Fultz looks good before he sprained his ankle. Ben Simmons supposedly is good, but he hasn't played yet. So I understand the hype, but I got to see some results. And Joel Embiid staying healthy would be the number one result for me. I also like Jaylen Brown's game a lot. I don't think he'll ever be a superstar, but a 3-and-D guy. Brandon Ingram looked really good in Summer League. Dario was okay. I mean, he almost won Rookie of the Year. And then the Rookie of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon. I don't know how much better he'll get. But anyway, if I had to pick between these guys, I'm picking Joel Embiid, and then Jaylen Brown will be second. 2 seconds left, and you're down by 3. Someone needs to take a shot. Who do you pick? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, or Kyle Korver? Ouch. This is tough because obviously Jordan is one of the clutches of all time. Kobe is one of the clutches of all time. But if I need a 3, I don't know if I want Mike shooting that shot. he just wasn't known for making 3-pointers. I don't know if I want Kobe taking that shot. He's not known for 3-pointers. They're some of the best scorers of all time, but no. So the giveaway is still going on, boys. In the description, if you missed yesterday's video, I'm giving away one of these King of the Fourth Quarter, or 6 of these King of the Fourth Quarter shirts. So go in the description, go to my Twitter, my Instagram, and like those pictures, and you'll be entered. So thank y'all so much for watching the video. Today's question of the day is the question that almost made me pop a brain vessel. 2 seconds left, down by 3. You need someone to take a shot. Any player in NBA history, who do you have taking the shot to tie the game? Down 3. Remember that, down 3, all right? Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace.
Dudes talking loud, I don't understand. Walk around like they the true big baller. Damn, how you think that? I'm about to spit facts. I walk in Reebok in 92, I came out with the Shaqs. I've been doing this a long time.